Most people think talking makes them lighter, but in reality, talking to the wrong people makes you weaker. There are certain things that lose their power the moment they leave your mouth, and the first thing you should never tell anyone is your next move or future plans. The moment you share what you are about to do, the energy shifts. What was once clear and focused becomes noisy. Opinions start pouring in, doubts enter your mind, and suddenly a simple plan feels complicated. Your mind tricks you into feeling productive just because you talked about it, even though nothing has been done yet. That false sense of progress kills urgency. It relaxes you before the work is complete. People will question your idea, compare it to their own fears, and project their limitations onto your vision. Even well-meaning advice can weaken your confidence because it pulls you in different directions. Silence protects your focus. When you move quietly, you stay locked in. You don't need validation, approval, or encouragement because your energy is fully invested in execution. Plans are fragile in the beginning, and exposure breaks fragile things. Let your actions grow in isolation. Let results arrive without warning. When people see outcomes instead of intentions, they respect you more, question you less, and your confidence stays intact. Power grows in silence, not in announcements. People often believe sharing their success will bring happiness, but the second thing you should never tell anyone is how much you earn, how much you have saved, or how fast you are progressing financially. The moment numbers enter the conversation, comparison begins. Some people will feel smaller, others will feel threatened, and a few will quietly start resenting you. Even those who smile may look at you differently. Your value becomes tied to money instead of character, and expectations start forming without your consent. If you earn less, you feel judged. If you earn more, you feel pressure. Either way, peace disappears. Money attracts opinions, entitlement, and unsolicited advice. People start counting what you should spend, how you should live, and what you owe them emotionally or practically. Financial privacy protects relationships. It keeps interactions clean and intentions clear. When people don't know your numbers, they treat you for who you are, not what you have. Wealth grows best when it's quiet, focused, and protected from outside energy. The richest mindset is not proving anything to anyone. It's building steadily without noise. Keep your financial journey personal. Let stability be visible, not statistics. The third thing you should never tell anyone is your deepest fears and insecurities. Sharing what scares you most or what you feel incapable of handling may seem like honesty, but it opens the door to judgment, pity, or manipulation. People rarely respond with true understanding. Instead, they form opinions about your strength, question your decisions, or subtly compare themselves to you. Even those who seem supportive might remember your vulnerability and use it unconsciously later. When you speak about your insecurities, your brain also starts believing the story you're telling. You reinforce fear instead of dissolving it. Weakness becomes part of your identity if it's constantly repeated. Silence is not denial, it is self-protection. Work through fears internally, build confidence through action, and let results replace words. People respect those who appear grounded and capable, not those who advertise fragility. Guard your mind, guard your confidence, and never let anyone else define your limits. True strength comes from confronting fears privately and letting victories speak for themselves. The fourth thing you should never tell anyone is your mistakes and failures in detail. Everyone fails, but not everyone should know how or why you failed. Sharing mistakes can feel like seeking connection or sympathy, but often it creates judgment, undermines trust, or encourages others to underestimate you. Some people will remember your failures longer than your successes, and may quietly use them to predict or challenge your future actions. When you repeatedly explain your setbacks, your mind starts to internalize them, making failure feel larger than it is and reducing your confidence. Instead of talking, reflect, analyze, and learn privately. Use failures as fuel, not conversation. Let your actions show growth rather than your words explaining the past. By keeping mistakes to yourself, you maintain credibility and control over how others perceive you. Mistakes are teachers, not badges to display. Silent reflection transforms failures into lessons and power, while oversharing only magnifies doubt. The fifth thing you should never tell anyone is the sacrifices you make or the efforts you put in behind the scenes. People rarely appreciate the unseen work, and when you announce it, it stops being a sacrifice and becomes a performance. Sharing your struggles to prove dedication or earn recognition weakens the value of your actions and shifts focus from results to validation. Some may use your openness to guilt you, compare themselves, or even dismiss your efforts entirely. True discipline and growth thrive in silence because they are measured by impact, not applause. When you act without announcing, your energy stays directed toward progress instead of external approval. Quiet persistence builds character, self-respect, and momentum. The more you publicize your efforts, the more you invite judgment, interference, or misinterpretation. Work diligently, stay committed, and let outcomes reveal your hard work naturally. Let your actions speak louder than words, and preserve the power of what you do privately. The sixth thing you should never tell anyone is your personal beliefs, values, and boundaries. Explaining what you stand for, what you accept, or what you refuse often leads to debate, judgment, or attempts to manipulate your choices. Your principles are your internal compass, and when exposed to the wrong people, they can be challenged, criticized, or weakened. Defending yourself drains energy and attention that should be spent on action, growth, and self-mastery. Strong boundaries are felt through consistent behavior, not announcements. People respect what is consistent and quietly enforced, not what is loudly explained. Live your values through your decisions, your reactions, and your habits, not through words trying to convince others. Protect your inner world, maintain your privacy, and let your life reflect who you are without needing approval or understanding from anyone else. Silence is not weakness, it is control, and it ensures your personal power remains intact.